to the room, everyone. Margarita. Okay, we're still letting some people in. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Definitely drop in the chat. I love to see everyone here. Welcome to our Monday. January is almost done. My birthday month. Notice I said month, not day, not week, but my birthday month is coming up. Yay! Oh, come on, Perry. I'm 211. When is yours? Al, let's go. Aquarius in the house. Okay. Sorry, guys. For y'all that are new, my name is Raquel May David. I am your host with the most. My co-host is David Sanchez. And normally our mod is here, JM. Don't worry, he will pull up later. If not, you guys will get to see him on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, I have a special announcement. So for those of you guys that are here, y'all want to definitely come back on Wednesday because I will be having a great announcement. Oh no, Miss Clay is 220. Hey, girl. Happy birthday to us. I celebrate the whole month. So I never do anything. So my husband calls February the month of May. So I get to do everything that I want for the whole month. And I don't do anything. I'll be sleeping. But shout out to all the February people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the room. All right. So we like to give everyone an opportunity to come on in. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Close this out. All righty. So for you guys that are new to our wonderful room, again, my name is Raquel May David. I am your hostess with the mostest. My co-host is David Sanchez. He will be in the chat with me, helping with answering any questions, concerns that you may have. Shout out to all the January people whose birthday had come first. Happy birthday. Aquarius is next. Okay, so it's our turn. February is coming. We're so excited about it. I hope that you guys are here ready to get started. The month is coming to a close. Okay. And I want to make sure that everyone that is here has the support and help that they need. So for you guys that are on the call, hey, Julian, welcome. For everyone that's on the call, today we will be covering the world's most advanced and effective AI-powered credit repair pay-as-you-go software. I normally start off my calls on the community, and this way you know where to find us, know how we're dipping and doing. As you can see, our mod JM, he is normally very busy with the platform, helping everyone dip and do and answer questions. You can search in the search bar for any questions and topics that you may have. If you have missed any calls, if you guys are in the pro, you can see the pro membership. If you guys are not in the pro and just in the standard package, you can go ahead and click on the Dispute Panda Live, and you will get the ability to go ahead and see what we're talking about and connect with any missed material. So it is uploaded to YouTube, but it's also in the community for you to be able to get the content that you need and connect with us accordingly. I am only here Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Our customer service is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. So if you guys have not yet, David has dropped the link in the chat for the Dispute Panda community. I'm going to show you what it looks like in a second. All right, so this is what it looks like. It will come up on the platform. You will go ahead and click on the community here, and it will automatically take you inside where you have the ability to go ahead and basically see what's going on, speak with other people that have the actual platform as well. If they're having any technical difficulties or have any questions that you may also have, you have the ability to go ahead and see them in real time. So I'm super duper excited about that. We are 7 minutes in, so we are going to get started. So you know how this goes for the returners, for the new people in the room. If you guys already have Dispute Panda, please drop a panda in the chat. I like to explain that our call today is an onboarding call. So what that is that we're going to be going over the actual platform. We're going to talk about the benefits of the platform. We are going to load our clients into the software. If you have no client and you are the client, then we're loading you into the software, okay? We're going to load you into the software. I am an advocate that before you sell this product to someone else or you try to sell credit repair to someone else, you have a knowledge base point that you can speak to them to advise them on how to leverage the software, what it's going to look like, what the conversation is, so that you can have a real meaty, robust conversation with your client. This call is to specifically take you through the actual platform, loading your first client, completing your first round of attacks, and actually learning how to maneuver the software. Okay, so I am going to go over some specific parts of the platform. So we are going to cover on the main Dispute Panda site. We are going to cover the pricing, the training, the contact, and then we're going to open the floor for any questions from what I explained. And then we're going to dive right on in to signing up to the platform. We're going to go over all of the information that's there. And then if you have any questions, we will open up for a Q&A for about 20 minutes after we've done everything to allow time for any additional software questions. All right. So to get started, we are going to start at pricing. So I love to cover this part. Y'all will understand that my favorite word is love, okay? Because I'm a sunshine and rainbows, okay? So I personally love this platform. I have been in these credit repair streets for on and off for 19 years. And I have had to pay for platforms. Dispute Panda says we're going to give you a free platform that you can leverage, especially when you are building your clientele, so that you have the ability to have a very low overhead, because again, that's free, so it's zero, and you're only paying for when you're generating letters for your clients. On this call, I'm going to teach you how to dispute where you will not have to pay for your monthly round of attacks, which is normally $17. So if you get the standard Dispute Panda package, it is free. You only pay $17 per month per round. If you get the next level, which is the pro version, you are paying $1 for 14 days, and then it's $197 thereafter. There are a host of items that are going to be listed that I'm going to go over when it comes to the pro, that you guys will be able to actually see some of them. But the pro gives you, is for those individuals that want to dispute more aggressively if they're using our credit monitoring software, which is Credit Dyno. And two, it gives you the ability to also, hold on one second, I'm sorry, guys. It gives you the ability to also have a secure client portal to have your clients be able to sign their contracts, send you emails, upload their documentation when you go to the pro. So if you're just getting your feet wet and you're trying to learn how to maneuver in these credit streets, the free platform is wonderful. That is what we're going to cover today. And I'm going to go through some of the sections once we get into the platform of what the paid version has. Oh, that's a great question. So I did state back in December that the CRBB training that was a part of Pro was going to be discontinued as of the 1st of 2024. So I do apologize if you guys weren't able to be here, but I did make the announcement that the Pro call will only be going over the Pro material as far as how to use the Pro features. But the CRBB training, for those of you that might be new, Dominique Brown did launch for the pro people that had signed up that they were going to get credit repair business blueprint. And it was basically a step-by-step on how to build out your business, generate leads, how to organize yourself and track what you're doing, different marketing tips that were all for the free 99. So for everyone that signed up to the pro, guys were gifted that CRBB program. However, that program ended in December. So if you guys are thinking about getting the pro, I'm going to tell you now that this $1 deal, we don't know how long it's going to last for 14 days. So if you want to try it out, this would be a great time because we don't know if that's going to be taken as well. But great question, Charles. All right. So I'm going to skip the pro, the calculator, and the integration. I will be able to dive into that a little bit more, but I want to go ahead and click on the training tab. So for everyone that's on the platform that has secured the Dispute Panda profile, you have the ability to automatically know how to dispute your credit files. We don't just give you a system, we actually give you a blueprint on what you should be doing. So I'm gonna move this one out the way so it doesn't distract anyone. All right, boom. So when you click on this free download, it will open up this attack flow guide that is a step-by-step on what you need to do as it pertains to your credit profile, what letter you should pick, what variation should you pick, when do you send letters to the secondary bureaus or the third-party companies? Should it be in handwritten form or not? And also the date frequencies that the letters should go out. So you can get a platform and get instant video training, but also a guide on how to start disputing in real time, okay? Sent out the first letter last week. Super excited. Oh, come on, Latoya. Congratulations. Okay, so with this being said, everyone is going to be at a different place. But if you have questions, you have like you're like, how does this tab work? Or how does this tab work? Because you've left us. We're not here. It's not Monday, it's not Wednesday, or if you're pro, it's not Thursday, and you're wanting to know how to get everything done the way that you need to. We have full videos for everything. So how to upload for Credit Dino if you're using Identity IQ, MyScore IQ, or Smart Credit. It gives you a blow-by-blow how to do that, and as well as the attack variations. Again, if you click this button right here at the top of training, it automatically takes you to the current, most aggressive flow that we have for you to hit the ground running on disputing your profile. Okay. The contact tab is a tab where you're able to go ahead and ask questions specifically about your client or documents, any type of issues that you might be having. You have a question about rounds, credits, mailing, subscriptions, you can put that in there. One of the tips that I give at every single class is that when you guys are having an issue with the system or a client, whether that's attaching something, printing something, use a software that I use. I make short videos. It's about 5 minutes long that you can make a video for, and it's called sorry guys, there's something trying to come in. It's called Loom, LOOM.com. It is a free platform. Now, don't get me wrong, you can pay for it, but the free one works just fine. You get 5 minutes that you can screen record, and it gives you a hyperlink that you can send to your customer support, your admin, your client, whomever. And that link, once the person clicks on it to view it, you get an email back, a message back that says it's been viewed. And they can also communicate in that tab. So I normally tell everyone when you're sending a message to customer service, if you can include a video of what's going on, it will give you a helping hand to move forward to secure what it is that you need for the back office to see exactly what you're seeing. All right. For general questions, if you want to do be a part of the beta testing team, if you want to be a part of partnership, you can literally come here and set that up. Again, our customer service support is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Raquel's here Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Okay. All right. So I want to make sure everyone has what they need to be successful. These other tabs, just kind of to go over them for you. Again, the Pro gives you unlimited forms. It gives you client access portals, payment forms, integration through Zapier, one-click import, shareable reports, and some of those stuff I'm going to be able to show you guys as we go through the software. This right here is helping you on becoming a reseller, and I will dive into that a little bit more when we get into the platform, as well as the integration with Zapier, okay? So before we dive in and I sign myself up as a new website owner, what questions or concerns do you have about what we've already discussed on the main page? And welcome to the room, Connie. I saw Connie came in. Hey, Mr. S, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Blissful Infinity. And is this Nicole? Welcome, Nicole. I didn't do anything to the secondary bureau. Do I need to do that? So, Latoya, how long ago did you send out your first round, and what was your first round of letters? Oh, you're still in a good time spot. You can go in. The static letters to the secondary bureaus are free as long as you have money in your bank. Those letters will be generated for you. So you can go back in today and you can go ahead and submit the letters to the secondary bureaus. You're fine. If you can get in on your phone, but if you can get in on, oh, you can go ahead and come off mute, Latoya.
When you had said submit to the secondary bureaus, I'm talking about like LexisNexis and the rest of them. Like I didn't restrict nothing. You're saying that I should also send these letters out. I think that I did whatever it says to do in this first line. I did all of that. As far as
So
how
did you
to
send
attach.
out static letters as well?
If the system did it, I did.
The
but
system does not do it. You have to tell the system to do it.
Okay, then maybe I didn't. So I'll go
Okay,
back in
so
there.
if you hang tight, I'll show you exactly what I mean once I get the client loaded in the system. So
Thank
you'll
you
be
so
able
much.
to see, because you have to do a first round, you save all the information, and then you go back in and like you were trying to do the round of attack, you would select those static letters. So I'll show you exactly how to do that. Great question.
Thank you.
If I can get in on your phone, I cannot get in on the computer. Okay, that's okay, Blissful. Whichever one, I'm not quite sure why you can't get in on the computer. I think I have let everyone in that has come in the queue. I do apologize, but you can try again. Excuse me, we'll be here for at least an hour. At least. You get to hear my joyous voice. La, 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 for at least an hour. Welcome, Brian. Welcome, Moss. I think I said hi to Charles already. Please forgive me if I didn't. Welcome, Christian. Welcome, Dee Dee. Hey, Carlos. Tracy, Jazz, and I think that's Zai, Z-Y. That might be Zai. It's how my cousin spells her nickname, but you know, people be doing their stuff. All right, so great questions. I'll be able to show you a little bit more in depth once we get the client loaded. And Latoya, just to make sure I piggyback, because there was something that you said that you didn't freeze them. The process that we do does not require you to freeze your secondary bureau information. So you're fine if you didn't freeze it, because the letters are just going to go ahead and dispute for you. So you are golden there. Any other questions? My pleasure. All right. So let's go ahead and sign up for the free. All right. So this section that we are in right now is the owner of the profile. So if you are going to add yourself as a client, I need you to have at least 2 emails. One is going to be, so if you're not doing this as a business, I want to clarify we're talking to 2 separate people. Dispute Panda realized that we had a plethora of people that were signing up that were not necessarily CROs. So they're not credit reporting organizations that, I'm sorry, credit repair organizations that are sitting here working people's files every single day, right? So we understood that there were people that were coming on that were just trying to fix their own credit. So with that being said, if you are a person that is trying to fix your own credit, you do not happen to have you do not happen to have a business set up as of yet, that is fine. You just need to make sure that when you're putting yourself in the system, that you're using a different email address as the client versus the owner of the actual account. So once I put my information in here, so let's go. I'm going to load myself in the system. I'm going to choose an email, okay? Your phone number, you're going to put in the system. Now, if you have a company name, you're going to sign in with as the owner of the account under your business email. You can put your company email in here. If you do not, it would just default to your name. So nothing to be too concerned about. And then you're going to go ahead and set up your password. Now, I don't know if y'all are like me, but I like coupons. I like discounts. I like updates. I like to be in the know, to dip and what do in these streets. So for me, I do sign up for any email alerts, any special offers because I'm special and I want to be felt special. Okay. You can choose to not sign up for that, but you do have to check that you agree with the terms and conditions that comes with the Dispute Panda. You can click that option, read it all out. And on the next page, it will then break down the agreement that you have, what is expected of you, what should be expected of Dispute Panda, how we are all supposed to be conducting business. You would scroll down, go ahead and click the box and it will get you into the platform. Now, what I want to point out is that this verification email has been sent. You have to go to your email at some point. I normally say within 48 hours to go ahead and select that you are validating that the email is yours. Right now, I'm going to go through the explanation of the platform. So you do not necessarily in this moment have to worry about it in real time. I'll still be able to move through, but I wanted to go ahead and just set the level of expectation. So this is your main dashboard. As soon as you log in, this is what you would be seeing. If you have any rounds that are due, that information will be here. Any missing documentation, that information will be here. And if you have any birthdays, that's normally a pro feature that you'd be able to know when your clients' birthdays are. They love to feel special. So you'd be able to say, hey, girl, hey, it's your birthday, and send them a nice little message, right? As far as if you wanted to go ahead and do the pro option, you can click on this option. You will have the ability to have a host of upgrades. I will go ahead and show you a couple of them. If you guys are new to this space and you're thinking about generating this as a business, whether now or in the future, I definitely recommend that you click on Become an Affiliate for Credit Dyno. With the Credit Dyno affiliation, you have the ability to go ahead and basically make announcements about credit monitoring. And anyone that signs up, you can get paid anywhere from $8 to $22 for your clients signing up to, or for your friends and family signing up for credit monitoring softwares that is with Credit Dyno. You are able to go ahead and make passive income, right? And there's no cap on it, guys. So if you have the ability to, you can go ahead and sign up for this option. You can embed it in like your bio link. If you guys have other businesses, if you guys do real estate, you can have this information to help your clients that are coming in and that don't necessarily have anything outside of when they're pulling to get their home approved or their auto dealership loan, right? You can leverage that. I saw some questions in the chat, so hold on a second. If you are planning to do this as a business, are you responsible for the terms and condition, or is that provided to you? Moss, can you explain the question a little bit more for me?
Absolutely. When it comes to the terms and conditions page that you just featured, that terms and conditions page is, I'm assuming, centers around Credit Panda, or excuse me, Dispute Panda. However, if you are a person who is planning to do this as your own business, that means you'd have to be responsible for getting your own terms and conditions page.
That is correct.
As in, I would have to be responsible to get my own terms and conditions page. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for answering my question.
My pleasure. Yeah, because this is only for the platform itself, not for your business. So your terms and conditions will normally be on your website. You can include it, and I will show you where you can include it here in your contract, because I do have my terms and conditions listed in my contract as well. But that would be something that you would have to curate yourself. All right, great question. Mr. S said, I sent out my second round for myself and on day 27 of the second round, but have not gotten any responses back, you don't need to send anything because it's only 27 days. Yeah. You're legally supposed to allow the credit bureau to wait 30 days to process any disputes you have. Make sure you're checking your email because Experian is very good at sending your information via email. Then you pull your actual report at day 35 or beyond and see if there's any changes or anything has been adjusted. If not, you would then go ahead and then either send out your next round, or you can resend your original round with the stall letters. But there's no static letter that you need to send right now. You're only at day 27. Great question. All right. So on the platform, when you are looking for your clients, you can search at the top bar. You are required to put in at least 3 characters for the system to find your client, right? If not, you can go ahead and go over to the side. You would be able to see your active clients, your inactive clients. You can also import if you're leaving one software, come over to this one. You can import as well. And if you want to add a new client, that would be the button that you would pick you would click the new client button in order to fill in your client's information. After you have sent out a round of letters for your clients, you can click on the letter tab. You will see the client's name, the type of attack that was sent out, the letters, the date and time, and you can actually click this little icon. It will take you directly to the client. If you are using the system to send out letters for you, the system only mails out letters Monday through Friday. Okay, if you are utilizing the system, you have to have the letters in by 12 p.m. PST for it to go out the same day. If not, it will go out the next day. The only trackable information that you will have is the tracking code if you do certified mail. If you do first class mail, it is not doing anything except for allowing for you to know that the letters have been generated and sent out. So there's no tracking code on first class mail, only on certified. Give me 1 second, Mr. S, on client question. Let me get through the onboarding of the platform, and then I'll come back to your specific client question, okay? Thank you so much. You can leave your hand up though. Thank you so much. Okay. So if you have any questions about mailing guidelines, how you can track, you do not have to go to the USPS. If you have selected a certified mail, the tracking code will be here. I do want to point out that the new flow that we have does not give you any letter, does not require you to have any letters that go certified mail. Everything is first class mail. Okay, just for a quick review. The inbox feature, that is through the Safe Client portal, that is for the upgrade. If you are getting the Pro feature, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. This is a Pro feature. The reports is also a Pro feature. I love to show off the reports because I feel as though it gives a clear idea of the full picture of credit repairs. So when we are looking at the profile, you can do this on the full account level, or you can do it specifically on the client level when you have the Pro feature. So you can generate a report that you can then share on social media to say, this is how much debt I have gotten removed overall as a company, or you can just send your clients updates as well. And this way you can say, I've removed $200,000, I've moved $700,000. Not just am I deleting errors, but I'm actually moving debt and deleting debt for my clients. And this is something that you would be able to go ahead and share on your social media. If you have a logo, website, phone number, all that information would be shareable for you to have. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. It's just blank. But it is a great marketing tool that you would be able to leverage. The subscription tab is for you to set up any payment forms, any plan forms. It gives you the ability to go ahead in real time and get everyone acclimated to pay you okay, quickly and effectively throughout the plan. So you can actually create sign-up forms that you can post on social media. You can post in your LinkedIn bio. So if a client wants to go ahead and pay for services, you can have a sign-up form, and you can create just regular onboarding forms. So when they fill out the form, it will automatically put them in as a premium client. You don't have to collect payment, but the system will automatically load them in and get everything sorted for you. So now that they will automatically get the link that says, hey, this is where you can sign in, and you can upload your ID and all of those good things. Okay. The training tab. I'm sorry. Hello?
Yes, I have.
Hi, Melvin. Okay. Welcome. The training tab gives you the ability for you to see the training that I showed previously. Let me go ahead and close down. And then the contact us tab takes you to the contact us on the original page. Let me see if it'll let me close it. Okay, cool. I love to go over this, and then I will open the floor. I will answer the question in the chat, and then I will go, I'll go to Mr. S and then answer the question in the chat. Okay. I'm going to start from the top. So this is your information for your profile. If you need to change your email address or anything like that, you would come here and change the account information. When it comes to the organization, if you have a logo, you can put the logo information in here. You can have all of the information, such as your website, phone number, email address, privacy information, your business address, your contract can all be on this screen. If you need to outsource, like myself, I have my daughter who does processing for me. Instead of giving her my login information where she's an admin, I would literally create her own email, and she will have her own username and password that she'd be able to gain access to in real time. And that way she cannot make any changes to what's going on with my platform. The affiliate link allows you to, when you have the client portal, the client safe client access portal, you have the ability to go ahead and turn on what specific affiliate links you want them to have. You can have all of these affiliate links on: Credit Dino, Identity IQ, Smart Credit, or My Score IQ. But please bear in mind, you only get a free monthly round of attack when you use Credit Dino. Okay, guys? Disputing options. This is where you have the the mailing addresses to the credit bureaus. If for some reason you see that it's been returned, you can literally go ahead and change the address to whatever is updated and be able to make any changes again if you see that another address is working more effectively. The credit bureaus have like 7 or 8 different addresses, so that's a real thing. When it comes to billing, you can go ahead and load your payment method. Your payment method can either be a credit card, a debit card, we can also take ACH. So I like to let everyone know that. As I said, each round, so every 35 days, you're supposed to be pulling a round. It's $17 if you're using any of the other credit monitoring service. If you're using Credit Dino, it is free for you to dispute. If you want to upgrade to the Pro, you can select that option here. You can make a full purchase for credit. So if you're going to allow the system to mail out for you, you can do that. Or you can do subscribe and save if it's you by yourself. So the subscribe and save option, you can sign up where every month you're billed $20, but it will only, it will give you $30 worth of credits. Or you can sign up for $60 and you will get $90 worth of credit. I want to be clear that the only card that should be on file is the owner of the profile's account. That is the only person that should be on file, their credit card information. Okay. Access to invoices and history of credits that are purchased is where you can find under the invoice tab. You can see your statements, any activity or any attacks that have been credited to certain profiles or mailing activity, you'll be able to see. The integration tab is where you can integrate Zapier, and you can make it where when a client comes in, you can automate certain responses to go out. Okay. And then the referral. I tell everyone this is a free option. So if you know another realtor, another car auto dealer, or someone that needs support with actually working the files, or they want to start coming into this business for credit repair, you can give them your link. So the links are not live yet, but you want to sign up to be a referral agent so that once the link goes live, you can go ahead and get credit for everyone that has signed up. Okay. Let me add this person in. Okay, cool. So that is the main features that are on the Dispute Panda site. I'm going to go in reverse order because I see that there some questions that are system specific, not client specific. So give me 1 second, Mr. S. I will go ahead and support you as well as Kara. So give me 1 second. So Brian says, how do merchant account work on Dispute Panda Pro? Can we build them every single month? That is what the subscription tab is for. So when you actually have the pro version, you have the ability to go ahead and create payment forms, and you would put in your merchant service API code so that, and your transaction key, so that the merchant service can pull and you can bill monthly. I know some people have, I've heard someone else say that they have a weekly program and someone has a yearly program, but you can create payment forms from the subscription tab with Pro. Great question. Okay. Mr. S, go ahead and ask your question, and then I'm gonna go Kara and Jamar. What questions do you have today?
So as far as with the clients, I'm acquiring more clients, as time goes by, as far as, being able to grow.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Now, the only thing is, right, I'm operating off the free, what is it? The free version, the free platform. When, as far as it would be a good time, in your opinion, and right, to go pro? I had an initial idea, right? I wanted to get a couple of clients, have them put, you placed a contract, I think, what is it, a couple of weeks back. Right, and I had to kind of just, put my stuff, whatever, to kind of match. And kind of going off that payment plan structure that you had on that basic contract, in order to pay for, I guess, the Pro Panda, right? To kind of eliminate the cost. That's the initial plan. But in your opinion, what would be, to go pro, what would be like a maximum number of clients that you could go on the free version before you would have to go pro? If that makes sense.
A great question. It has to be based on you. It cannot be based on someone else. So for me, I would have gone pro if I was working on my own credit report. I would have gone pro in the beginning, because for me, because especially since I was using Credit Dyno, I have my Credit Dyno, I have my pro. That means I'm getting my creditor letters as well as my letters for the credit bureau. So it depends on you. Are you charging enough as an individual where you're okay with having this $197 be paid?
Gotcha.
If you're charging enough now and you're saying one client or two client covers my cost for Panda, and I still am making the profit that I need, then go ahead and upgrade. But if you're saying if your original thought was I need 20 clients in my Rolodex, because remember, you're still taking care of paper, you're still taking care of stamps, you're still taking care of ink, unless you are giving those letters to the client, and then your overhead is nothing. You follow what I'm saying?
Correct. I got you.
So you would have to, that would be like a coaching question, like to help you navigate yourself. But as far as the system goes, you can do it at any time. You just have to figure out what that budget looks like for you. Because remember, you're taking into account paper, ink, stamps,
Everything, etc. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then as far as, I know y'all have a pro community. How do you get on that?
Once you upgrade to the pro, you automatically, you can send a message to JM and let him know to add you in you just click on JM's name and you just tell him to add you into the pro.
Okay, nice. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
My
Gonna be a
pleasure.
beast in these credit streets.
Come on, and just for the people that are here now, I will have a special announcement that's going to be on Wednesday, but I am actually holding a mini workshop for all of the things out that are going to be partnering with what you're using with Dispute Panda, but the gap of information that I've seen has kind of been on the calls that have to do with processing, right? So I'm going to be having a mini workshop. The form is going to go live on Wednesday, so you guys will be able to register for the workshop. It is a one-day workshop. You guys are getting all of the additional letters that I use outside of the ones that are in Dispute Panda, and we are going to talk about the additional steps to navigate when we're using Dispute Panda and the secondary bureau. So we're going to have a great mini workshop. It's going to be covering repos, evictions, settlement conversation, but the form goes live on Wednesday. So if you guys are here today, you guys can send me a DM so that you guys can get the form earlier if you're not able to make it. I will go ahead and drop my email address. Sorry, y'all, I forgot my email just a second because why I'm vintage and my mind is bad, okay? But I will go ahead and drop it. It actually is going to be discounted and it's going to have a host of freebies that are going to go live before. So you guys will have automatic downloadable things that you would need to bring to the class. And I'm so super, super excited. It's a one-day event. It's going to be happening February 3rd. So the forms will be live for everyone on Wednesday. If you guys would like to get it a little bit earlier, you can. If you guys are not going to be here on Wednesday, you can shoot me a message so I can make sure to send you the form for you to sign up and you guys download all your free goodies and then come on to the class on the 3rd to dive into content, okay? So Rel said, excuse me, I'm talking way too fast, y'all. Rel said, I've sent a round 1 pinwheel attack. So hang on. I like to keep, because I know everyone's at a different stage, so I don't want anyone to get confused on what's what, okay? But Rel said he sent a round 1 pinwheel attack, got 2 static letters. I keep getting the same stall from Experian. I called Experian to say I was told that the letters I'm sending only state the accounts in question, do not actually dispute. That is, so let me ask you a question, Rel. Did you physically read the letters that you sent out? Is Rel still here? Because I can't find it. Rel. I do not, okay, I do see Rel. Hold on one second. Do not, any actual disputes of the accounts. Is this another stall tactic? What should be my best move? So number one, if you have gotten stall tactics back row, the first thing that you're supposed to do is go into the static letters and you are supposed to go ahead and print a stall letter. If you do not know what I mean, I promise I'm going to show it on the call so you'll be able to send it. You're going to send the stall letter with the round of attack that you originally sent out to the credit bureau that is providing you the stallation. Is that a word? We're going to use it tonight. All right. That's what you're going to do. No matter which attack flow you're on. And I'm also going to be giving away tips on how to, avoid this in the beginning. Okay, guys. So I'm so excited about printing out this mini workshop for everyone because I'm seeing like where there are gaps and I want to be able to kind of bridge them for everyone. I have some questions. I have the same question as Mr. S. Same experience here. TransUnion is not doing anything and only sent me stall letters. So Kara, question, have you sent the stall letter? That's what I'm going to ask over and over again. If you guys are getting stalled out, have you sent the stall letters?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I sent one.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago did you send the stall letter? And did you send the stall letter with the dispute?
So I sent, the first month I sent the dispute and then they sent me a stall letter. So I sent it on the second month. And I don't know if, it's been the third month now, no response. They haven't done anything, updated my address, nothing. Like, I don't know.
So I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. So you did round one. So let's just say we're doing this current flow. Whichever flow you did round one. You received a stall letter from the credit bureau.
The second
right?
month. Like the next month.
Okay, so December you sent out a letter. January you got the stall.
That's right. No, November I sent out the first dispute. December I received the letter from them stalling, and I sent out the stall, the stall letter and response. And then now we're in January, which
So wait, we're jumping ahead, so I want us to pull back for a minute. In November, you sent out the letter. You received the stall response. You sent out the stall letter. Did you send out the stall letter with the original letters for November?
Yes.
You sent them both together.
And not together. When I received that response from TransUnion, I sent out the stall letter in December.
Okay, but you did not send the dispute with it, and that's what I want to make sure that.
I sent another dispute, another round.
No. That's what I'm saying. So I want to make sure that I'm being clear. If I send out the Punch of Fury in November, using your dates, in November I sent the Punch of Fury. In December, I get a stall letter. I'm not sending out round 2 letter. I'm sending out the stall response with my original dispute letter together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You follow my flow?
Yeah,
it's a package deal.
I didn't know that. Oh,
and
I didn't know.
And then I'm going on to the next round. You picking up what I'm putting down and putting in your pocket?
Yeah, I definitely understand. Oh, so what do I do?
So it's okay. I'm about to tell you what you do. So there's several questions that I have because you're telling me none of the credit bureaus responded, or TransUnion?
Just TransUnion is giving me a hard time.
Okay, so what I would do right now is I would go back, since you already moved forward, right? I would print out a stall letter and regenerate the letters round 2 letter that I sent to TransUnion, because you already moved forward. You follow what I'm saying? Like you already moved forward. So since you already moved forward, print out the stall letter, reprint out the TransUnion dispute letter, package them together, send it on.
Okay.
Don't move forward until you get a response back. And I'll drop my booking link so that if you have questions, you can book. Or if you book the mini course, I do have a Q&A at the end of it that you'll be able to ask questions. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
My pleasure, my love. Okay. So I want to make sure you answer. So you're not sending the stall letter by itself, guys. You're doing the stall letter and you're also doing QQ 42. Sorry, you're doing the stall letter and you're also sending that original round of dispute. It's a package deal that you're sending in together. Jamar, I have sent static letters to clean up my personal information. Do I need to wait 35 days before performing an actual attack? No. So I personally send personal information letters day 1, day 5, day 10. No, day 1, day 5, day 15, and day 30. And then I send that personal information letter every 30 days. So you do not have to wait for the personal information letter. You do not have to give it that 30-day window for it, because you're not disputing anything. You're just having them update your information. Okay, I answered that. I need help with the free account navigating, how to navigate it and start processing letters. Great. Connie, you are in the right place. We are going to go over that together today. So we are going to dive in. Do you have any specific questions, Connie, before I get started?
No, not right now. I had the account, but I just don't know what to do. I set it up. I just don't know what to do with it.
Okay, so we are at the main page. So on the dashboard, this is what it looks like when you sign in. If you have not yet, we're going to do it together. You can load yourself in the system, and I'm going to show you how that works. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about the pro feature. So that's great. Mr. SS, sign me up. Okay, honey, come on in. We're going to do this mini workshop together. Yes, I looked over the letters. Okay, so Rel, when you looked over the letters, you're stating that the letters did not have any dispute verbiage on it? Or is that just what Experian is saying? I applied for the dispute, but it's asking me for an ID and address, but it's not showing me my credit score. Victor, what are you meaning?
Yeah, so basically, I put my information on the side, the same thing you got on your screen.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I seen, I guess I got this information from TikTok from a guy named Keith.
Oh, did I lose him? Did he go? Did he leave me? Lord, he left me. Victor, come back, Lord Victor. Where you done went, Victor? Victor done left me. Okay, hopefully Victor will come back on so that we can answer Victor's question. Jazz, my pleasure. Oh, just send me an email that you would like the sign up form just in case if you're not here. But I think you'll be here Wednesday. So the form goes live on Wednesday for you. So if you shoot me over an email, once the form is complete, I will just shoot it out to you so you can sign up right away. No problem. I want to make sure I answer it. Did Victor come back? Victor did not come back. I done missed some Victor. All right, I see that we have a hand up. How can I help, Miss Jenkins?
Hi, Raquel. I just had a quick question. So I'm actually about to send out my first round, and I'm doing the Punch of Fury. So I just wanted to make sure that, yes, we're challenging the data on the accounts, but some of the accounts that are being challenged, I don't want them to be closed. So is there a way that once the letters are generated, I can ensure that it doesn't include language that requests that well, basically, if it's removing it from the report, is that necessarily equal to it being like the account being closed? Because that's not what I want.
So I want to make sure that I understand your question so I can answer it accordingly. So you're stating, are you asking that once you have generated the actual letter, can you ensure that the verbiage doesn't say to close the account?
Yeah, like for example, it says, I'm extremely disappointed that the information you provided is not accurate and doesn't meet the minimum standards for credit reporting. I demand that this be fixed immediately or else I will take legal action. Inaccurate and perfect information has no place in your database or on my credit report, so please delete it now. So if it deletes the account or, deletes the account from the credit report, it's not in turn getting the account closed, right?
So I'm going to answer this question here, but then I'm going to go in a little bit deeper when we get to the letter section, because you're asking two separate questions. And Victor, I'm so glad you're back, honey. We're going to come on you in a sec. We're going to jump on you in a second. So number one, you have to understand that you're talking about two separate entities right now. So you're telling the credit bureau, fix this information or delete it off of the credit report. I want to stress this very emphatically while we are here today, y'all. You deleting the information off the credit report does not mean that the debt goes away. That means the debt is not visible. That's two different entities, right?
Right.
However, the creditor, so for instance, let's say it's a Capital One account. If you are disputing, and I normally use this as an option, if you're disputing an inquiry on a hard inquiry that was done that is attached to an open account, when you dispute that, that creditor can choose to close the account because they're stating that you never gave them permission to run that credit report in the first place. But that would be something if you're doing an inquiry. If we're talking about an account dispute, the verbiage you read did not just say to close my account, because you're not sending that verbiage to the creditor. The verbiage that you're using is saying correct it or remove it.
Right. Okay.
Nothing says anything about closing the account. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. So like for this particular account, I mean, there are some items that are definitely inaccurate across the three bureaus.
Right.
But besides the things that need to be corrected, It's really just the late payments that I would, we would like to get updated or removed, but not necessarily remove the entire account.
Right. So
from the report.
If you do not have the late verbiage on that specific letter, what I would recommend is for you to open that letter and send a message to info@Dispute Panda, because we do have a late verbiage letter that should have been able to be generated for you.
Okay.
Specifically for late payment. So if you do not see, like if you read it and you do not see late payment verbiage, excuse me, I would contact the support team to let them know that you didn't get that, so that we can regenerate you one specifically with the late verbiage.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But we're not telling, so I want to clarify that the letters that are going to the credit bureau, they cannot close your account. They have no authority to close anything. What they can do is remove it. And I want to clarify what the difference is. Remove does not mean deleted. It can be reinserted if the information is updated or shown as verified and validated, right? Delete means they've done the investigation, they've done the work, and that item has been deleted because it was inaccurate, out of date, or erroneous. Make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. But if it's an account that you're concerned about and it did not print that late verbiage letter, don't send that letter out. Contact customer support. Let them know you didn't get the late verbiage in that document so they can regenerate it for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the main thing that I was concerned about, was the verbiage directed at late payments, because basically it's saying if it's not accurate, remove it. But we don't necessarily want the account to be removed from the credit report, because we want to, to show that the account is open.
So that's not why you don't want it removed. So I want to make sure we're having a clear conversation. You don't want it removed because if there's positive history behind those late payment dates and there's positive history in front of those late payment dates, you don't want to lose that information that is being calculated in that FICO score.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with anything else, except for if that's an older account, past 24 months, you have good payment history before that, you have good payment history after that. Also, just for transparency, if it's a situation where that late payment is outside of that 24-month window, I wouldn't even dispute it. That's just me personally.
Okay.
Because it's not affecting the credit score right now anyway.
Okay.
Follow what I'm saying? But you can request for a late payment letter. There's also a goodwill letter that you can use under the static profile that would be able to help you with what you're doing. So instead of doing a general round with that one particular account, you can just do a goodwill letter for that particular late payment. And then after you do the goodwill letter, you can then go ahead and then do the verbiage specifically for the late payment. So how I would tackle a late payment account that is within that 24-month window, meaning it's like they may have done it in December, November, October. You get what I'm saying? Like within this 24-month window, I would go the goodwill letter first, then dispute that, and that verbiage should auto-populate as a late payment verbiage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. Thanks for the questions.
No problem. Thank you.
Amazing. The next person, Victor, you're back. I'm gonna get everyone else. Please forgive me. I just want to get Victor's questions answered. What was your question, Victor? I'm 5'2". I like chocolate. That wasn't a question. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. So actually, I put in my information, right? So then it drags me to a screen that it says upload a file or drag and drop. So it says proof of ID. I took a picture of my ID. I guess I put it in there, and my proof of address. I did the same thing, but it's not doing anything. But and then at the bottom it says copy and paste the HTML report.
Okay, so pause right there. Give me 1 second. When I load in, I'm going to show you what you need to do.
Okay, cool.
Because what you need is on the next screen after this, and I'll be able to physically show you where the errors are happening.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and now we're talking to good question, but we're gonna circle back. We're gonna spin the block on you. All right, consulting at JC. How can I support?
What is up? How you doing today?
Hey, I'm living the dream. I'm trying to get some what? This ain't water. Don't judge my life, but I'm good. How are you? How you doing?
I love when I get on here. Yeah, on here. I love your energy. I just had two questions, but they're gonna be very quick. One of them is
Okay.
an opinion. The other one is more specifically about the software.
Okay.
So about the software, I guess I'll get that one out the way first. So I recently expanded my team. And essentially, I guess my question was, I never noticed, and I seem to learn a lot of things when I'm on these calls with you, but I never noticed the team members section
Yep.
in the software. So I guess my question is, how would one go about that? So like, for example, because I've never used it, I have VAs and my VAs just use my logins.
No,
So now
I'll give them that. Add your VA.
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So please, if you got any words of encouragement for me, like, and then I guess the only question I really have is like, for example, I have 4 VAs right now. So I would like to separate, like, for example, if I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, hey, look, you have these disputes, you have these disputes, or will it be like they have all of the clients? Does that make sense?
So
like if I have 400 clients, can I do 100, 100, 100, 100?
You would have to segment it off, because when you're curating the team member, it does not so I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Ooh, can I show you? I feel like I can. Hold on. Not here. Hold on 1 second. So you can set up team members, and I would all you have to do is get their email address. Once you get their email address, you're able to go ahead and they create their own password. So you don't have to worry about anything at all. Like, they create their own stuff.
So I guess my question will be, right? So like, let's say they create their own stuff and they go on there. Will it look like this, where it got nothing on there? Or will it have all my clients already? Like, will it have my 453
It'll
clients?
have all your clients on there. It will physically have all your clients on there for them to see. However, once you've added a team member, so hold on, let me
right.
your daughter. Hold on, KAYA. So I would send them an invite. They now have an invite. They'll be able to create their own information. And then once they've done that, I can then go in, they can go into the client and you can designate to them what clients they have. So you can do it in alphabetical order. You can do 1 through 100 is yours. You have the option to manipulate it a little bit more once you have that person's file. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. It definitely does.
Okay.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, but they would have access. So my daughter, when she logs in with her login, this is my dummy account, but when she logs into my account, she still sees my full client list. She still has
but I just want them to know, like, if your name ain't on it, don't touch it.
You could tell them, yeah, you could definitely do that. That's not a problem.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. And then the second question is really just a little bit more opinion based, but I guess, like, do you use power of attorneys? I've heard some people say yes, heard some people say no. I currently do, right? And then thanks to the software, you could attach it directly to the letters, and it's beautiful, and I love that. And this is why I guess I said it was opinion based, is because I was thinking about maybe like adding a clause to not drag me into any like litigation with them.
Ooh.
But I guess so I guess I just wanted to like maybe ask your opinion. Like, do you use that? Because like, I know, for example, like, just to give some more context, I had a client who had a discrepancy with a specific credit union, and the client was a veteran. So they have their own like FDCD, FCPA, good, all that good stuff. So he took that specific credit union to court. Now, me being his power of attorney, although, like, let's say I was before he became my client, that they could have easily dragged me into court with them unless I had like a clause in there specifically
that they didn't.
like. Yeah. So do you recommend like even using it at all? Because I also saw some verbiage in there in one of the letters I was reading specifically that said, like, I know you don't need one. And like if we're telling them we don't need it and then I'm attaching it, I just didn't know, like, I just wanted an opinion, I guess.
So you don't need it. So in my contract, I do have a power of attorney that's good for 1 year. I personally use
Me
my
too,
power of attorney specifically when I'm having discussions with the creditors. That's how I do it. Now, I do know some other people in the credit industry, because I do go to like different events and stuff. They specifically use it for the credit bureaus, not the creditors. But it's all depending on their verbiage on the contract. My contract specifically says that this power of attorney is good for 1 year. I can use it for the process of disputing profiles. But to your point, I don't even know if I have a clause that's in there. So now I got to go check my my contract. Now,
So
for transparency,
you gonna remember me for life now.
Come on, for life, JC. But now, for
Yeah.
transparency, my contract is a California contract. I am in the most harshest state for my contract. The verbiage that I have is more in alignment with them because there's so many restrictions that goes on in the state of Cali, right? So I
them and
will
like
have
West
to look.
Virginia get crazy.
Yeah, because I have a refund policy in there. Like, I don't play. And my homeboy, Terrell, shout out to my homeboy Terrell. He is in VA and his contract is a beast. Okay. But he also works with the state and have them review his contract to make sure that he's all the way okay. I definitely think it's a good idea to put a clause to say, don't drag me into it, that the client can initial on the contract or sign off on it. Power of attorney, do I collect them? Yes. Do I always use them? Not necessarily. It depends on the flow. There are some clients, especially like my military vets, because they are traveling, I do include that I'm the power of attorney and that the credit bureau needs to send the letters to me because I know that they're overseas. They won't be able to check the mail. I don't want there to be, any delays. So most of the times when I'm using my power of attorney, it is specifically for my VA clients when I'm doing it to the credit bureau. Right? But
perfect.
Should you use it? Should you not use it? I'm going to be honest with you, with Dispute Panda, I haven't really had to. But
so
I
found in my experience
all the time for VA clients. I mean, for military active duty clients that have been what do you call it? Deployed. Don't tell my brother I forgot. Deployed. Okay, so what are you gonna say?
Yeah, so like I've been with the software before Pro was even a thing, right? So like I guess like in my experience with the software, I used to like before like the stall letters and all like the really good updates that we've had, I felt like I was getting a lot of stall letters. So the power of attorney was to combat the stall letters. So I feel like it's done a good job of doing that. So I personally send it literally every letter I send, but so I definitely love the input. I think from what I'm hearing, basically, just it doesn't need to go on everything, and then just make sure to throw that clause in there. Maybe redo literally all of them, just to make sure that like I can't be dragged into
You see
arbitration
what,
or
you don't get
litigation.
pulled into anything. And not only that, I think that you have to understand that you're an entrepreneur through and through. So for you saw that there was a problem. I was getting a stall. How do I combat it? Your solution was, I'm going to get this POA. So now when this POA is attached to the dispute, I don't have to worry about it. So that's what an entrepreneur does. You find solutions for that's what you do, right? So I don't think there's anything bad about doing it. I think you just have to figure out, is it worth the flow? Especially like, do you need to send it every single round? Because if you've already gotten responses, you may not have to send it out. You may do a workflow and you would have to test it to figure out, like, I'm going to send a POA with 1, 3, 6, 9. You follow what I'm saying? And track that versus having that extra documentation in every single letter, because that is going to cost you a little bit more. But it's completely up to you. Just make sure your SOPs are seamless, because you have 4 VAs. Don't you want to give me one? No. So you're good. I think Tony, did you have any other questions for me, my love?
No, thank you so much. I love getting on these. Thank you so
pleasure.
much.
And get your VAs on task and stop playing these games, okay? Stop giving out your personal information now, JC. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, nobody got time for that. Okay, so great question, JC. Connie said, when is it a good time to dispute late payments after the account has been paid or charge off What about the 7-year rule, non-collectible to be removed permanently? That's a very loaded question, Connie. You available? Let me see if Connie's available to speak. That is a very loaded question. I can only answer a short part of it. I do apologize. So 1, you can send your late payment dispute whenever you like. Personally, I like to be transparent and explain, as I was telling Ms. Jenkins, that just because a debt is deleted off of the credit report does not mean that you do not owe the debt. If that 7-year rule still applies, that debt can come back on. They can sell it, all of the things, right? It can be corrected and put back on the profile. As far as when to dispute, you can dispute at any time. I tell my clients, if you have a late payment, oh, Victor, I don't forgot. I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm so sorry. If you have a late payment, or if you have a collection or a charge off, it is easier for me to get the debt removed if it is settled and paid versus it being outstanding. So there's going to be a point that we have written all the letters known to man, and we still need to navigate the waters to go ahead and make sure that this is taken care of, because we validate the debt. We know it's the client's. Let's get it done. But I want to clarify that late payment, charge off, collections, they're all different variations and they're all in different stages. So attacking them will be different depending on which one of those products. But just for transparency, a paid account, even if it's settled for less than what was owed, is a lot easier to get off than having an outstanding balance. Victor, I don't forgot about you, boo. I appreciate you. Now 42, I got some vintage brain. Okay, just work with me now. What questions do you have, Victor? Oh, yours, wasn't your question about the next section? Is that correct? It's about the IDs, right? Victor? Yes? Okay. Yeah, so I haven't forgotten about you. I just haven't gotten there yet. So hang tight. I'm with you. We ain't forget about you. I was like, did I forget? I thought I asked the question. So you got me thinking that my good old vintage Chanel purse brain done forgot. I did not. Okay, hang up tight because I'm about to move to the next section. Okay, so you guys, when you're putting in your client's information, you have an option to put in the middle name. You do not have to. You can also put in the last name. I tell all my clients that you're going to put the information in based off of what is on their identification, right? So if their ID has senior, the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, then they need to write out their information accordingly so that their credit report is consistent across the board, okay? Everything that you're inputting here is also going to be inputted on the letter. It's going to be transposed on the letter that you're drafting. If you have the pro feature, you would click this button and it will automatically send the login information for your clients to upload their own ID, their own information, and all of the things. With that being said, there are specific things that are needed in order to dispute the profile. So let me go ahead and drop that in the chat. So the first thing is proof of identification. All of your documentation should have the same address across the board. Okay, so what that means is your ID, if your state ID does not have your up-to-date valid mailing address that will be on a utility bill, a cell phone bill, or a paycheck stub, do not use that ID. Go ahead and move down to another option for you to leverage, because the proof of identification can be driver's license, social security card, paycheck stub, W-2, 1099, and the list goes on, right? After you have done that, you also have the ability to go ahead and get the documents that you need for the proof of address. Please understand that if you're utilizing a bill, such as a gas bill, water bill, cable bill, or residential phone bill, you want to change that information out every 90 days, just to keep it prompt, just so that they don't have any questions, or as you can see, they like to be stalling on the stall, okay? So you don't have to worry about it. If you are using the Social Security card as a proof of identification, you do not have to put it in the other column. I'm going to say this again. If you are using the Social Security card as a proof of identification, you do not have to put it in the other column. The other column, it is not required. It's only the first 2 columns that are required, okay? So what I want to show is how you're going to upload the information. So if you have a bill for your client, you are going to crop out anything that is useless, i.e., they don't need to know your client's business. .com, .org, .net. Okay, so with that being said, you're going to crop out anything that's going to give them way too much information, because all they need to see is that this document is valid within the 90-day time frame, and that the address is valid for your client as well. That is literally all you need to have on this documentation. The goal is to get all of the identifications on one sheet of paper, no more than two. So if the ID is all big up, tell it to small up himself, right? And you're going to crop it. For all my Caribbean people, small up yourself. You're going to crop it and save. Now, in this particular case, since I use the ID, I will go ahead and drop the Social Security card, and all of these segments should be granulated like you're seeing here. Now, Victor, this section is the next important section. So can you come off and mute, my love? Because I want to make sure I answer your question in real time.
Yeah, I see what you did on top. You did the address, the ID, the social. I didn't get to do the social part, but
you
I
don't
did
have to. Remember, you don't have to.
Okay, cool.
Because remember, I showed the ID and I also put the information down in the chat. That is optional. So you don't have to. If you can and you have it, then you can put it. That's not required.
Okay,
So
cool.
this tab that you're seeing here is specifically if you are using My Score IQ, Identity IQ, or Smart Credit. If you're using any of those credit monitoring softwares, then you are going to leverage this tab here. My Score IQ and Identity IQ require you to download the file from their database. You're going to have to download it and then upload it here.
Okay, yeah, I'm not using none of that. I'm new to
What are you using?
I'm new to this right here. Like the only thing I'm just using right now, I'm a newbie, so I'm just using this Dispute Panda thing that I just on TikTok and all that. So
okay, so let me clarify on what this is, because I want to make sure that you have a knowledge base behind you while you're going through the system. Dispute Panda is the process of disputing the errors and erroneous information on your credit report. However, you have to have a credit monitoring software on the back end that is feeding information for us to dispute. So if you don't have a credit monitoring software, you can go back to the dashboard. You can sign up for Credit Dyno, or I can drop this link here. You would sign up for Credit Dyno. Okay. And once you have the Credit Dyno, you have to come back here and plug in the information. Now, the difference between the Credit Dyno or the My Score IQ, Identity IQ, or Smart Credit is Credit Dyno was built to be integratable with the Dispute Panda software. Okay, you do not have to log into that software to do anything. You literally will come back every 35 days, hit the one-click import, and you would generate your round of letters off of that information that's being pulled in. So understand that Dispute Panda is the software that generates the letter. It still needs the credit report in order to generate those letters. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Cool. I love when you're new. Come on, babe.
Yeah, not only that, like you see where the little pandas are on the left hand side. I put I guess it was $60.
Okay.
Yeah, so and I might hear like since I'm usually like disputing stuff myself off of my credit report, and I don't really got much at all. The most I got is probably like 14 late payments, but everything else I got like an old bankruptcy like since 2014 that I'm just trying to take. And basically that's it. I don't really got much because I just started an LLC, so I had it for like on a year. So I'm just trying to get like basically my business credit up and my personal credit like up there too. So
absolutely. So yeah, so when you're in here, you will have to get credit monitoring. So if you have Credit Karma, it doesn't work. If you have anything else except for the 4 that I listed, and to me, I use Credit Dyno because it does give you the the creditor letters as well for you to dispute, and I'll show you what that looks like. But when you're saying you're new, you have to select one of the options, and you want to put the credit monitoring information, the login username, into the software for the software to have.
And that the credit dyno, I'll just go to you said to the dashboard.
You can go to the dashboard and get it, or I will drop this in the chat for you.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and sign up to Credit Dyno.
Okay, yeah. Actually, since I put the dashboard, I see it on the right-hand side.
Yep, you click become affiliate. So that become affiliate link is for you to get your own link. But if you click on that, it gives you, like, you'll get credit for the $29 that you're paying every month.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then from that Credit Dyno, you automatically get a free round of attack. So you don't pay that $17. So the $60 that you put in that bucket, you can leverage it for the system to mail out the letters for you, or whatever is convenient for you to leverage. But the money can just sit there until you have more clients, or like, let's say you help your cousin and they have Identity IQ, you do have to pay for their rounds if it's not a Credit Dyno client.
Yeah, because basically I'm trying to get the feel of everything, and then I got a couple of people, basically the church that I go to also. So
oh, come on, I just did a DIY setup at the church on Saturday. Yes, ma'am. Did I tell you my aunt held me hostage? I'm 42 years old, and she said I couldn't go out because it was sunset, y'all.
And how often you be online, like doing the Zoom? This call
is Monday, Wednesday, for the free platform. The pro is on Thursday. And if I open a random workroom, I normally plug that information into the community so people can see it.
Okay. And besides the Zoom thing, is nowhere else I can, like, if I ever need help or anything, I can call? Or
oh yeah, I'll drop my booking link so you'll have it. Ooh, where's it at? I'll drop my booking link in the chat so you guys can have it as well, if you'd like to book a call. Okay, great questions.
That's cool. And what you drinking then?
Chad, ain't nothing, because I don't really drink. I'm a fake adult. It's an apple mango.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fake adult, child. It's 100% juice because I'm not a thug. My husband is. Ain't nobody got time.
That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Victor. I can't wait. Okay, I'll drop my link in a second so if anyone has questions, you guys can definitely book me outside of. And don't forget the mini course, which will take you through disputing credit profiles, will be live. The booking form will be live on Wednesday for everyone. All right.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure. All right, Perry, what's your question? I'm gonna stop sharing.
Oh, I might have needed that part, but it's about the identification part. I have a client, and I know you're supposed to have all the addresses like matched up, or everything got to be the same. So my client, she moved, so her new address is only on her lease, W-2, and pay stub. I'm kind of like confused on what I should use, because I know like the ID is the best form, but it has her old address on it.
Okay, so in the comment section is the ID section. I want you to download that ID.
Okay.
So that you can clearly see it and you can have it for any time you have a question about a client. So number one, if they don't have an ID, but she does have a lease, the lease can be used as proof of address, not as an ID. So you would need her paycheck stub that has her current address on it. You can use her birth certificate. You can use a passport. You can use a divorce decree. You can use a marriage certificate. There's a whole list of other options outside of the valid driver's license. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as long as it's anything under that proof of ID list. So if she has nothing else, but she has her social security card, that's her proof of identification that's already there.
Okay. And since she don't have the driver's license, like because I've looked at the list. I have the birth certificate, I have the lease. Should I add the social in it with it, or you think? I just want to know your
because
opinion.
remember, the social security is always optional.
Okay.
So if you have the birth certificate and then you have the lease, so that proof of address is already taken care of, and then you have the social security card, you have 3 pieces of documents that says this person is who they say they are.
Okay. And on the lease, it's like, really, really long. I'm sure I want to cut it down to, the
Yep,
one
just
page.
crop it. Yep.
Should I do like the part where they're like signed at, or should I just do like, I don't know if y'all had like an example of a lease thing uploaded or.
So here's my only concern with the lease. You would want the page that has her name,
Okay,
as well as the address on that documentation, because that's how that lease is going to identify her as that's where she lives. So
okay,
unless she has a bill that's coming to that household or a bank statement that she can quickly change her address, you get what I'm saying, and get a bank
yeah,
statement, that might be the other option. But if you're going to do the lease, you're going to want the page that has her name and the address on it as the verifying part. We
okay,
don't care about the signature.
okay.
Cool,
Thank
cool.
you. That was pretty much it. I appreciate it.
It is my pleasure. Sometimes I be having to answer y'all every now and then. Every now and then I'll be having to answer. Okay, hold on, y'all. I just dropped my booking link. I'm trying to enter the password, so please forgive me. If anyone has any questions while I'm trying to get my fake client information, please go ahead and you can come off of mute to ask any questions you may have while I'm trying to get my life together, y'all, over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna bother you again. This is Victor.
Come on, Mr. Victor.
Yeah, I'm on the credit dyno.
Uh-huh.
I signed up and everything. So basically,
Okay.
I see it says home. I see it's reporting, CO branding. What I do from there?
I'm not clear on what you're saying. So hold on one second. Let me share my screen before I do anything else.
Okay.
So, okay, so you're on here and you've already signed up. So you've already created all your information. Is that correct?
Yeah, my screen doesn't look like that though.
So hang on one second. Are you here?
Yeah, it has like the little TV with the phone on the side and the bottom of it.
I'm not sure. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, cool. I got you right now. You can see it?
Nope,
Okay.
I can see you.
Hold on, let me see something. Look.
Hold on one second. Okay, so is it asking you, I'm sorry, it's too small for me to see. Is it asking you to put your name and your information in there? Oh no, you're on the dashboard. You're on the dashboard. So you need to copy the link that's there, put it in your web browser, and then you have to sign up. All you've done with what you're looking at right now is you just filled out this particular, let me show you. So all you've done in that moment is you've just finished filling this out, and then your actual affiliate link was generated. Does that make sense? So now that you have the affiliate link, you're going to physically take that hyperlink that's there, you're going to put it in the web browser, and then you're going to sign up, and it's going to look like this, except it's not going to say free trial. You're going to have to pay $29.99.
Okay.
But you have to click that little blue link that says hyperlink. You're going to have to click that and put it in your search browser.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. And then once you created the username and password, you would then come back to Dispute Panda and select yourself as the client. And you would put that username and password here and then click the one-click import for it to pull in all your information.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the client stuff. Hang on.
Okay.
So we should be, I'll try to hang in there for you. But if you can keep your eyes on the screen. What? I know that's a lie you telling. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Any other question, guys? While I am trying to get my system to system.
Hi, I have a few
Hi, Ray.
questions. How are you doing?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing good. So my first question is, after creating the attacks, do you need to mail out 3 separate attacks, like the creditors, the creditors attack, and the static attack? Do you get what I'm asking?
So you're saying, do you mail out the letters for the credit bureaus, the creditors, and then for the third party verifies? Is that correct?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm asking.
Yes. You're supposed to mail out the letters for all of them.
Okay, so it'll be like you'll mail them out 3 separate times?
You're generating 3 separate letters, like 3 separate, I shouldn't say 3 separate letters because it's more than 3, but you're mailing out the letters specifically that are going to the credit bureaus. You're going to mail out the letters specifically that are going to the creditors, and you're going to mail out the letters specifically that are going to the third party verifiers.
Okay,
so all
got
of them are going out separately, correct?
Okay, that makes sense. And then I have a few other questions. When sending first class mail, is it best to make the recipient the sender? I know when you're doing certified mail, it is, but with first class, is it the same?
You don't have to. It's completely choice up to you. I don't send the first round of letters that I normally send out from my client comes from my company. So if it comes back to me instead of to my client. However, every other round, I just have it go straight to my client. So it's completely up to you if you want to or not. What I will tell you is the perk, if you have the recipient, the sender, if you don't have enough postage, it still gets to them.
Okay, got it. And then my last question that I have is to update the credit report. I know we're supposed to do it every 35 days. Do you just click the one-click import, or how?
That is correct.
Okay.
If you're using Credit Dino, you can use the one-click import.
Yes, I do use Credit Dino.
Yep, that's all you have to select.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Rain. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, one last question. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine.
Where was that 14-day business guide? Because I had seen an email about it, but I can't find it in Dispute Panda. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
They had sent out an email for like a 14-day business guide to starting a credit consulting or credit repair business.
Oh, you're talking about the CRBB program, which is the credit repair blueprint the credit repair business blueprint. It was a part of the pro. However, that was discontinued as of January 1.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. No worries. I will be having a mini workshop that will cover a lot of it's not going to cover expanding, it's going to cover processing. So if you have specific questions on processing different files, handling settlements, all of those things, I will be having a mini course, and the form will go up on Wednesday. So just to kind of let everyone know where you are, but the CRBB, which was like how to advertise without money and things of that nature, like without paying for ads, that was an option for 2023, and then they discontinued it in 2024.
Okay, well, thank you.
My pleasure. All right, y'all. So we are in the screen now where I have already downloaded the credit report, right? So I want to go ahead and hold on one second. All right. So once you have imported the information, this wonderful screen is going to pop up. It's going to let you know that you have one free round of attack every 35 days, of course. You will also see it located under the balance tab, where you will be able to see any free attack credits that you have on file. Once you have downloaded the credit report, the first section that comes up is inquiries. If you see on this screen as an example, none of the inquiries are selected. The reason being is the system is very careful that it will not dispute any inquiries that are attached to any open and active accounts. Because this is an AI power tool right now, I guess the back numbers have not been able to coincide to allow for the inquiries to be pre-selected. So you, as the person doing the file, would have to pre-select, you would have to select it yourself because it won't be pre-selected. You can go ahead and search to see if any of these accounts are linked. You can do Command F or you can do Control F, and you can type in the name of the account. In this particular case, how it has two, you can search one half of the account that is listed. And if it doesn't show up, don't just skip it. Go ahead and search the other half, because it's quite plausible that, for instance, Seed is showing up, but CRB is not, because it's fully spelled out on the report as Cross River Bank. So you want to make sure you're searching both. Once you have found the account, if the account is shown as charge off, collection, closed, transferred, it's been transferred to another lender, I am okay with disputing the inquiries accordingly. Okay. So you would go ahead and select it. And you would basically do the search for each one of these accounts to make sure that you are not disputing anything that is linked to an open and active profile. Okay. What was the next thing? The second portion is the public records. This is for any bankruptcy, child support, judgments, liens. All of that information would be available on the credit report here if it has been submitted to them. And it will be automatically selected because any public records is deemed an issue for the client. Okay, so it's going to auto select it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys through some quick tips that I can give you for using Credit Dyno as well as Dispute Panda together. Now, one of the things that this software does do is it does allow you, if you are already been in business and you have letters that work, they dip and do, they give you what you need, you can load the letters here and you can save the letter so that anytime you have a, let's say you have a specific late verbiage template that you know works, you can turn around and save that particular template. You can select whatever standard letter is for the flow that you're doing, but that particular letter will be printed out for that specific account that you assign it to. If you change your mind, you just click the remove button and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, now once you click this eye icon here, it will give you some really detailed information. If you are doing this for yourself, guys, I just like to give you guys like a little bit of what my consultation looks like when I'm talking to clients. So when you are building up your portfolio, these are some things that you can interweave if you like. Basically what it does is it goes through and I'm able to look at the summary of the account. So I know what type of account it is. I know if it's open or closed. I can see how much the client owes, right? I can now go to the payment history section and I can have a conversation, a robust conversation with them based on the payments. Okay, your payments is 35% of your overall FICO score. There are 5 components of the FICO score. The heaviest one is your payment history. That is worth over 190 points. If your client is not making on-time payments and they talking to you about inquiries, we are talking about the wrong things. Inquiries are only worth 55 points. I'm going to talk to you about what are the big boys that I need you to pay attention to. I need you to set up on-time payments. I need you to set up auto bill pay for your bank to send the money over to them in a timely fashion. Because you're at 55%, we need you at 100% so you can get the full 190 plus points just for you paying on time, right? But I can take it a step further and I can have a conversation about their balances. So their credit limit was 10,500. The balance that they have is 12,561. Okay. The second heaviest portion of your credit report is 30%, which equals over 160 points. That is your utilization. If you are wanting to be in a 700 club, I need your utilization at your statement date, not the due date. The statement date is when your balances are being reported to the credit bureau. Your due date is the latest possible day you can make a payment on the card without a late fee being assessed. We're having two different conversations. We're teaching them how to be a beast in these credit streets, right? So you're going to have a conversation with them, especially if this account did not say closed, but it said open. Hey, my love, this is an open account. It's being calculated in your 30%. You are over 100% utilization on this card. I need you to pay the minimum payment times 2 plus $4 in order for us to get you back on track. And I need you to make sure that every statement date you're paying as much as possible, because that is 160 plus points of what's going on. So I'm not going to argue with you about no inquiries that's 55 points. We're going to talk about the big boys that's really creating havoc on your overall numbers. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
One question.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to bother. Can I share my screen with you?
Does it have your personal information?
No, I just showed my credit score because I'm on the credit dyno.
Okay, so tell me since I know where you are, tell me what question you have.
So from this page, because I already signed up everything, information, whatever. So now I see my credit score. I know you were saying that I had a copy and paste something on the Dispute Panda.
You don't have to copy and paste anything. In the documents section at the bottom, not where it says, so not here where it says file, because you said you already see the credit score, correct? I mean, you already see the credit. So the next thing that you should see is disputing.
Okay.
Have you already uploaded, you've uploaded your 2 required forms, correct?
No, I didn't.
So you can't go any further unless these 2 required fields are filled out. So you need to have something in the proof of identification, and you need to have something in the proof of address for the dispute tab to open.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Great question. Okay. So once you guys have this robust conversation, you can then give your clients or yourself like clear conversations on, hey, I'm messing up in this area and this is why this is affecting my score, right? And you're able to have like this particular person, their utilization is 120% of their credit limit. You don't get no kudo points for going over the limit. You gotta stay under the limit. So tips, if you want to be in a 700 club, your utilization needs to be 15%. If you want to be in the 800 club, your utilization needs to be at 7%. Again, you're playing a different game with the credit bureaus than you are with the actual creditors that are giving you the funding. So you want to make sure that you're having a robust idea of what your priorities should be. Payment history, utilization, making sure that you're not closing any old cards, because length of history or age is 87%, right? So those are things that you want to make sure that you're having. Join late, can you have the recording? Absolutely, Pamela. If you join late, you can get it from the community, or you can go to our YouTube channel and get the recording for the beginning of the call. Thank you so much. So systemically, the system is automatically going to pick anything that is causing havoc for that client's profile. It is going to automatically pick it, and all you have to do is make sure that you're selecting the inquiry information. Once you have locked and loaded that in, my pleasure, Ms. Pamela, you're going to hit Save Filter, and then you're able to go to the attack flow. All right. Once you get to the attack flow, you are going to look at your guide. Excuse me, the first letter that's going to go out, if you're using the new guide that's available, you're going to use Punch of Fury, Supreme Boosted. You're going to select the creditor letters if you have the Pro. You're going to select the static letters for the clients, okay? So you would go into the system, you will hit Punch of Fury, Handwritten, Supreme Boosted. If you have the Pro, you would select that option here. You would hit Start Round, Confirm, Start. That letter would be generated for you. If you guys had the Pro and you click that option, it would say Attack. The next one would say Creditor. And then you would come back here, hit Static Letter, do Handwritten, scroll all the way down to the bottom because it's just easier for me. I noticed that it jumps. And you would select all of the secondary bureaus that are listed on file. You would hit Start, and then it will generate a link that will say, so it will say Attack 1, Creditor 1, Static 1. Any questions on what? Oh, Latoya got a question. Hey, girl, Harry, what question you got, my love?
You said that are any of the ones that are listed on files. So do I need to go back through to figure out who or which static to send out, or can I just assume that all the ones it lets me mess with are good?
You can select it. Okay, so for me, I order the reports because of how I do business. I order the reports before I start the rounds. So I already know if my client doesn't have an LCI or an ARS. So in the way that I do it, I wouldn't send it out because I had already asked for the report from that third party person. However, if you are doing this for yourself and you have not requested it directly from them, you can literally check all the options. If they don't have anything for you, they'll send you a letter back that says we don't have a file.
Okay. All right. I'm about to do the static letters now. Thank you.
My pleasure. All right. So you'll be able to print that off. I am still not able to get into Credit Dino or into Identity IQ. Blissful, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Why aren't you able to get into Credit Dino? Have you reached out to customer service?
I haven't reached out to customer service, but I did receive the numbers to reach out to them. But for some reason, I keep getting into the Dispute Panda and everything, but it's kicking me out of, like, it's saying that it basically got the account and it verifies me, but then it kicks me back out. So it doesn't.
Are you talking about for Credit Dino or for Dispute Panda? I want to make sure we're talking about the right thing.
So on Dispute Panda, you go in how you showed us, and you could put in like your username and your password under there. When I do that, it says the account is valid or whatever. And then when I go back to try to look at the credit score or whatever, it doesn't come up. It kicks me back out. Like it kicked me out of the whole Dispute Panda altogether. I know it sounds crazy.
So Dispute Panda is kicking you out, not Credit Dino.
I put my right in there where you're located. You can go to the personal information, and you could put in your password and username.
Mm-hmm.
When I do that, it says the account is verifiable or whatever. Then I go back out from that area where you are right now. I go back out to the dashboard or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It show me the credit score. Wherever you go back to the credit score part for the client, it doesn't show me that credit score like that. It's just nothing. It says
okay. So over here, hold on one second. Let me stop sharing real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. You know what scares me about you? What's that? You find me and me.
All right. So your IDs and stuff are all in here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then you are with Credit Dino. You have your username and password here.
Mm-hmm.
And when you click one-click import, you're saying that over here, you can see you can't see this.
Nope, I don't see any of that.
But why are you getting kicked out? I guess I'm confused. So here, I'm gonna say this again. Personally, get the Loom video, record on Loom, you putting in the username and password for Credit Dino, you clicking the one-click import, it's showing all of that. I guess my concern is you shouldn't be going back to profile. It should be moving you on to the disputes. Once all of the items are uploaded in the document tab, you should be getting to the dispute tab. That's the very next thing that should be opening.
Because it did it before, and now it's like, now it's saying that, I don't know, I'm just gonna try again. I'm gonna try to call and just to see if it was something else was created. Because it's making it seem like the account was already created, like somebody created an account already for it. So I guess I probably gotta call the 1-800 number probably.
So before you call Credit Dino, make the video of showing what you're having the problem with and send it to customer support. Am I making sense? So that customer support can see what your issues are and then instruct you from there.
And that's through Loom or Credit?
So Loom is going to be the video program that you're going to screen record exactly what you're going through. So in essence, you're going to open up loom.com. You're then going to click on documents. You're going to scroll down, enter the username, enter the password, record all of that. And then if the dispute tab does not come up, and because your screen is supposed to look like this. So if your IDs are in, all of the information is down there, the dispute tab is supposed to come up, and then it should automatically have this information in the software. Right? So I'm telling you to use loom.com to record it so that you can send it to customer service for Dispute Panda so that they can see what's happening and be able to respond to you on how you should fix it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Yeah. My pleasure. And then that way you can kind of fix it, because with you saying that your Identity IQ is not working, Identity IQ is a completely different process. If you have Identity IQ, you're going into Identity IQ, you're saving the actual report, you're downloading the report, and then you're uploading it in the Documents tab. So if you're using Identity IQ here where it said upload file, that is where you'd be uploading the information specifically if you're using Identity IQ. So we just got to figure out which credit monitoring software you're going to be utilizing so you can have the right one in the system. Does that make sense, Ms. Felie?
Yes, I wind up just getting both of them.
Okay.
If there's any difference. So that's what I'm trying to log into each one, but when you said upload the report, that's what I didn't do. I didn't upload the report, so I got to try to probably upload the report. That's probably why it's kicking me out, probably.
Well, I've never heard of it kick anyone out. That's why I'm a little confused, because it will just not do anything, just for honesty. Like, it won't go any further. But if you have the Credit Dino, it's a one-click import. So once you put the username and password in, it should automatically import it just like you see here today, and it will have the credit report information saved. So if you're having an issue, before you go anywhere, screen record what you have using loom.com, send that link into customer service with your information so they can see what the issues are that you're getting.
Okay, you see where it said Credit Dino and it says at the top it's blue? Mine is red when I did it before. It turned red.
So I'm going to ask this question again. Are the required identification fields completed?
Yes.
Both of them?
The only thing I didn't do is the optional one.
Which doesn't need to be done. Okay, because even if I delete optional, like, I'm still in blue.
Yeah, I was red when I did mine. That's why I was confused a little bit. That's why I kind of asked the question, but it didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, you're good. Do the video recorded, send it to customer service so they can see what you're seeing, and that way they can walk you through how to fix it.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, my love. All right. Carlos said, I had a client sign up for Credit Dino and it did not include Experian credit report. Send an email to Credit Dino's customer service so that they can go ahead and tell you how to fix that issue. Credit Dino is aware of it happening, and I do believe that they're trying to fix it. Great job, Victor. I'm so happy it worked for you. All right, Brian, going back to the stall letters, can we attach our generated stall letters and our previous dispute letters like you just did to the secondary bureaus, or would we have to physically print them out? So that's a great question. If you have the pro, you can click on the static letters. You can upload the actual round of dispute, so the previous generated letter. You can upload it here, and then the stall letter and the previous letter will be printed together. It will all come out in the mail together. If you do not have the Pro, you do have to generate them separately and print it yourself. Correct. Hey, Miss Latoya, what question do you have for me?
So as I'm preparing to generate the letters for the secondary bureaus, one, do I need to print out the round that just went out?
No, you do not.
No. Okay. And then as I'm prepping it, does it need to be single-sided, anything greater than first class and or color?
You're following the same blueprint to the first round of letters that you did.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I didn't see it say anything for static in particular, so I didn't know if it was gonna.
This whole thing is, so the flow is the same across the board. So either you have letters or you don't.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Great questions. Great questions. Oh, okay. I want to show you guys the next thing. Sorry, I mean squirrel. My bad. History. You can go ahead and see the history of the letters that you've done. You can see the history of the credit report. You can see the history of the scores. The invoices is where you can see invoices that are out, and notes is a Pro feature. But we have literally uploaded a client, completed the first round of disputes, and for y'all that are at home that have the ability to print static letters, y'all have been able to print the static letters accordingly. Let's go. Now, Miss Blissfully, I need you to create that video and send that letter to send that email to contact us. Let me see if I can log into Loom so I can show you what I'm talking about. You gonna really make me work for this, bro? Hold on. I think this is my password. Hold on, y'all. Oh, you are doing great. Don't worry about. Oop, that ain't the password. Let me go ahead and act right. Hold on. Let me go back. And I'm do. It always makes me work for it. I promise you, y'all. When I go through this, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. For work operations. I'm not doing it. This is why you need to remember your password. Oh, I know why I'm having a problem. Hold on, y'all. I know what the problem is. I'm the problem. Hold on. I have it saved on everything but where it needs to be. Okay. Let's share my screen again. I'm sorry about that, guys. I was being difficult because I was using two different systems. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, we can.
We can see it.
Awesome sauce. Okay, cool. So what you would do with loom.com, you can literally record what is going on. And when you record it, of course, you got to give all the allowances or whatnot. But you're able to record, and you can record yourself where you see a little pop-up, or you can just do screen only. And you would actually hit start recording, and you can tell it to do a full window or a specific item. Okay. So let's say I wanted to do this. So now it counts down for me, and it makes a 5-minute video where I can then go in and record that I'm having this particular issue with a round of attack. Once you're finished with the recording, you would hit stop, it will generate a video, right? And then you can literally just copy this link and do the contact us, select the client that you're having the problem with, and just include the link and then put what the issue is. So that way you don't have to work hard. You can show them exactly what they're seeing. And I'll send you my link so you guys can have it as well. But that would be the simplest way, blissfully, that I would say to do it, so that they can actually see what errors you're getting and then point out, like, this is red here, this is not working, and you can point out all the things that's having a problem, so that way they can see what the issues are in real time, and they be in customer support. Okay, any other questions, guys?
After you mail out the letters, is there any way to see them in the system, or do you just have to download them to see the letters?
You have to download them to see the letters.
Okay.
Great question. Great question. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to. I'm going to drop the link for Loom. Any other questions, concerns, comments? Anyone got dinner for me? Because I'm hungry. My stomach is touching my back. No. I'm about to go eat and harass my husband in a minute. Anyone else has any questions, concerns, or comments that I can support you with? If not, I'm going to definitely recommend, I appreciate you, Miss Clary. I'm going to actually recommend that you guys go on to the Dispute Panda, the Dispute Panda community. If you guys have not already signed up, please don't forget that our workflow that we give you in the free training has 12 months of rounds. If you have the Dispute Panda and you have the Pro, you can generate letters for not just the credit bureau, but also the creditor. Connie, you said you need help with Panda. Do you need help with the system, or is there something else that you're needing help with? I got a pimple, y'all. You see this? 42 years old and I got a pimple. Okay, sorry. What kind of help do you need, Connie? Is Connie still with me? She says she need help. What kind of help you need, friend? I'm here to help you. All of the above. Okay, I'm going to drop my booking link in the chat so that y'all can go ahead and click on it and get the support that you need for any questions that you may have that are outside. If you're just needing some one-on-one help, you can definitely book me to help. Other than that, y'all, it is 10:04. You have given me 2 hours, not one, but 2 hours of your time. What'd you say?
Making you work.
You made me work for this good money now. Y'all made me work. I'm gonna have to get a new wig. I'm gonna be here with y'all, okay? I'm gonna have to come and get my hair.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I'm learning a lot.
It is my pleasure to be able to support. Is the new attack flow better than the red attack? If not a pro member, I'm going to tell you that I like both flows. I think that it depends on tracking. What I will tell you is that if you're using the red attack, you do not have to stop in the middle, Perry. Go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. Excuse me, just make sure that you're including the static letters, even though you don't have the pro to send out the creditor letters. The only thing that I would tell you to do is to look at the new flow and include the static letters while you're doing the process, even though you're doing the red flow attack. Great question.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, love. What question did you have, Victor? Victor said one more thing. You're not gonna leave me out. One more thing.
Yeah. So I see that I got the free attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I have to do is just click on what I want to take out and just send it off. So
hang on one second. So you've gotten a free attack. You now have to go through, remember, any public information that you may have is already selected. Any negative accounts that are in the system are already selected. For best practice, you still want to scroll down and make sure that they're not attacking that they're attacking the accounts that you want to attack. Like if you're like, no, I don't want to dispute this right now, I want to wait because I'm in, settlement negotiations with someone, you can choose to do that. But the system is going to pick the accounts for you. The only thing that you have to select are the inquiries. If you have an open and active account, you do not want to dispute that inquiry.
No, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I want to attack the ass. I want to take this. I want to take this off. But yeah, it makes sense because if it's an open account, why would I want to? Because I know I got a bank.
Some people want inquiries gone. I have a client that every single month he calls me and he asks me if the inquiries are gone. His father, for himself, he has 17 inquiries, and I'm like, bro, you got 15 cards. What are we talking about? Like, I can't attack none of these. These are all valid. And if I attack them, the accounts are going to close. So some people, again, this is why I say it takes education. Some people just want the inquiry gone. They don't care that it's open or active. So you have to educate them. We don't want to dispute an open and active account because that runs the risk of us getting that account closed.
Yeah, true. Since like I told you before, I see now I see what you're talking about. Everything that the system picked up is in red and it's checked off. So when I send this out, that means I'm sending an attack to like the bankruptcy, my old bankruptcy, because I got one old bankruptcy that's like I said from 2000, I guess it's 14, and I got an old collection that I know I paid the bill. But they're still saying that I didn't pay the bill. So I always was told that never pay a collection.
That is incorrect information. I'm going to tell you this right now.
I was told that too.
Incorrect information.
Because they say that they're not supposed to sell your information to third.
That is incorrect. I'm going to tell you this again, Victor. Now, don't you come on my line with the foolishness. I'm going to tell you this right. You owe that person. Okay, you owed Robert, you ain't paid Robert. Robert sold your debt to Susie. I'm going to tell you that what you need to know is if Susie is not licensed to collect the debt from you in your state, that is grounds for you to get Susie removed. That doesn't change the fact that you still owed Robert. The question that you have is, what is more important to you? Are you wanting to get this negative account off? Because I'm telling you right now, there are over 20 companies that will allow pay per deletion. You pay them, they will delete the account altogether off your credit report. But you have to make sure that you're doing more than just sending off letters. You want to make sure that you're doing this properly because number one, are they licensed to collect from you in your state? Does your state require them to have a license to collect from your state? It's not just don't play collections that stop listening to them YouTube videos that are wanting you to click to get clickbait. Depending on what your clients, I have clients who if they come to me and they're looking to close on a home and that is a third party set debt that's on their profile and that's stopping them from getting a home, baby, we paying that debt. We're going to get on that phone. We're going to have a settlement conversation. We're going to ask for a paper delete. We're going to send a letter. We're going to do all the things because we're not going to let that one debt stop you from getting what it is that you need.
So my best bet is to call the collections and say that if I do pay off that debt, could they take that off my credit report?
Your best bet is to send the letter out first.
Okay.
Because remember, there are two different things that are going on here. You want to make sure that the information that's reported is accurate. You said to me, I paid this debt.
Yeah, I did pay
I paid the debt. So why are you going to go repay something that you paid? Have it verified first.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying? But the blankets, did they not turn off my stove? I think they done burnt my food, y'all. They don't love me like they supposed to in this house.
Burn the grits.
They done burnt my chicken.
I got some dinner for you. Come on. I'm in Texas.
I'm finna come because they don't treat me right in this house. They don't treat me right at all. Because I said, I told my cute little husband that when he came in, he need to add some onions to the pot and turn it down. But see how they do me? I'm just in here sweating, y'all. I'm making it sweat. Okay. But that blanket statement that says, oh, don't pay any collections because it's illegal. Bro, if they legally bought that debt and that debt, they were, because again, I've been through debt settlement training. I worked for Chase in the collections department as well as with Wells Fargo. If that debt was sold with your full information, your contract, all of that stuff on it, guys, that is verifiable. They purchased the full package. But there are times that debt collectors don't purchase that full package. All that they're purchasing is just a snippet, your name, your address, the amount you owe, right? So you don't just jump to the end, you work the process. So send the letters, draft it out. If you have questions, y'all can book calls with me. We can talk about other alternatives, but you don't just say blanketly, I'm not paying any debt. That is a lie. That's putting you in a bad situation. And depending on what your goal is and how quickly you want to resolve the information, that's not the best tactic to use. Okay, Victor?
Okay, cool. I got you.
You do not ask. So in the mini course, I do give out some of that information, but no, to answer your question, you do not ask the collection agency if they're licensed in the state of Texas. That is not what you do because they are allegedly not upfront. So you would have to search that information.
And when I send, sorry about that. When I send out this, how long do I have to wait for them to respond to me? Or like
legally, the verbiage is that you have to allow 30 days. That's why our sequence of attacks is every 35 days you're generating letters.
Okay. And they won't send me, I have to check myself, right?
What do you mean by you have to check yourself?
Like after I send that out, like whatever information they're gonna respond to, like whatever attack that I'm sending them.
I want to make sure I'm understanding your question. So you're mailing the letters out to the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus are going to respond to you. When you get the letters back, you are to open them and review what they say. If you have questions, you can book a call with me so we can go over individual letters, right?
Okay.
But the letters are coming back to you. They're not coming to to Dispute Panda. They're specifically coming to you. But every 35 days, you're going to go back in the system under documents and you're going to click import new credit report to see what changes have happened from the last 35 days.
Okay, cool. And how could I get your information so I can,
it's already in the chat for you to book a call with me, and I can drop it again for you to get it. Hold on, because I've been trying to email JM for like 10 minutes, y'all. Give me 1 second. Because I will forget. Please delete this one. Okay. My link. That's what I was doing. Sorry guys, hold on. So yeah, if you have questions on a specific letter, what should you be doing outside of just doing the next round? You want a little bit more in depth, you guys can definitely book a call with me for us to go through that. The other question was, I'm about to upgrade to Pro. Will that send all the letters that need to go out automatically to the secondary bureau? I'm going to say this again, Carlos. Nothing is automatic. You have to go into the system, select the letters, and select the profile. So I'm going to show you what I mean. Desktop 2. So once you are in the attack flow, right, you're going to come here. You're going to, if this was round 1, you would select the handwritten letter. You would click the Pro, and then you would click the Supreme Boosted. It will then automatically generate the letter for the credit bureaus and the creditor. You will then have to come back into the system, select static letters, handwritten, scroll down, and then select the third-party companies. You physically have to do that. Once you have done that, you can click on the option here for the system to mail it out for you. And if you do first class double-sided, this is how much it costs. If you're doing certified mail, this is how much it's going to cost, right? It does say it's supposed to be single-sided letters. I like to be honest with y'all. I double-side mine because I don't listen. I don't. Because I got too many trees that's out here. Like, I ain't got time to pay for all these trees. But you can send it out in the system, but you physically have to tell the system to generate those letters for the system to systemically do it. Okay, I hope that made sense. Thanks for dropping that, David. Did that make sense, Carlos? Carlos. Yes, wonderful. Okay, so you guys have been my Marvel fans. I appreciate y'all staying here with me for the late haul. If you have any questions, want to book a call, want to go over anything, please go ahead and feel free to do so. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Wednesday. The form will be live and available for you guys on Wednesday for the mini workshop that's going to go in depth with a lot of the questions that you guys have brought here that is outside of the Dispute Panda system, okay? David, anything you got for me? You got food over there?
Fine, Raquel. Thank you so much.
No problem. You got my plate? What you got to eat?
Me?
Yeah.
I think we're doing chop suey.
I don't want that. I don't want that. Next
I got
time you
salmon
gotta
and
be
hummus
making
grits.
for me, huh? What'd you say, Connie?
I got salmon and hummus grits.
Okay, I'm coming over. Send me your address. Look, send me your address. I made some stewed chicken today. I made some stewed chicken with some rice, and I had some, not some cabbage, what do you call it? I had some tomatoes and cucumbers, and I think they burnt my chicken. I'm gonna eat it because I'm hungry, okay? But I'm gonna complain in the name of Jesus. All right.
Amen.
So thank you guys for coming. If you have any questions, please let me know.
What's your number again? What's your
What's
number?
my number? 407-403-3707.
3707, Raquel.
That's me.
Okay, Dispute Panda. I'll be harassing you.
Okay, don't worry. I believe in sending invoices. Harass.
First one should be free on the house.
Oh no.
First one.
No, ma'am.
Half price.
No,
half
ma'am.
price.
No, ma'am. Now, I do discounts if, for transparency, if you guys leave me a review, there are some times that I do give certain freebies away once you book a call. So my number is always available. I don't ever hide my number because I'm here to help. But if it is something detailed, I believe in invoices. Pay what you weigh. All right. Pay what you weigh. But no, I appreciate you guys for real. If you guys have any questions, my number is in the chat. My booking link is in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope to speak to you guys on the flip side, okay? Bye.
Good night.
Night.